Hello, and welcome back to Extracurricular Activities. Excuse me. We've just had a lovely dinner with everyone. Well, Harold and Richard, the only two characters that matter. And now we're having the dessert, right? Harold grabbed a knife and cut himself a large piece of cake, and then he passed it along the table before everyone had their cake. He had already eaten half of his piece.
This cake is just so good. It has to be one of my favorites ever since I first had it. It's so tasty, just as good as the rest. You did such an amazing job, Maria.
Why, thank you, Harold. I'm glad you enjoy the cake. The cake that I made.
Yeah, it's the best.
You really like it a lot, huh?
Sure do. I could eat this every day. It's so good. Heck, this is one of the best cakes she's ever made.
Really? That's so wonderful to hear. She was grinning broadly at you, and she gave you a hidden thumbs up. He didn't waste any time gobbling down the rest of the cake, and he looked rather satisfied with himself once he was done.
Oh boy. Am I full now? That was such a delicious dinner. Thank you so much for everything thank you so much for doing this for us.
You're so very welcome, Harold. You know you are always welcome over for dinner anytime.
Is there anything I can do to help clean up? Or is there anything I can do to repay your kindness? Nah, me and Mr. Josh took care of the dishes already.
That, and there's no need to repay me. I enjoy doing this. As long as you are satisfied for the meal, that's enough for me.
You had better believe that I am satisfied. I'm a big happy bear right now.
He patted and rubbed his hands over his stomach with a chuckle.
Right now, you have Mr. Josh you can, you have clothes you can wear to the theater tomorrow, right, Mr. Josh?
It doesn't have to be anything really fancy, right?
It doesn't have to be. Khaki pants, a button-up shirt, a belt, and a tie would be suitable.
I'll be set then. I think I still have a vest even.
Oh yeah, that would be perfect then. I bet you look real handsome all dressed up.
I bet he does. You two will have to stop by at some point tomorrow, just to show off how you look.
I'll make sure we have we leave a little early tomorrow so we can stop by and show you off then.
Let me go gather my clothes for tomorrow. If you're ready to go, we can head out.
Oh, sure. You can do that, and I'll sit here while I wait. We're going to look for my old L&L stuff at my place so I can show him some things about it before Sunday.
That sounds like fun. Let's see. I'm glad I made sure to keep a couple of sets of nice clothes. So, pants, shirt, here's my belt, and a vest. I do have it, so that's perfect. Come in. Oh, Maria, do these clothes look like they'd be okay? I don't have a lot to choose from, but I think this works. Of course, everything you have laid out looks like it matches perfectly. Do you have any dress shoes as well? I don't. I only have my tennis shoes. They won't stand out too much, so don't even worry about that. You're going to look nice, so... You're gonna look so nice. Nobody will even notice. I suppose they won't be looking at my feet, so this is all I need for them. Here, you'll need this too.
What's in this bag?
A certain recipe and all the things you'll need to make it. And just make sure to refrigerate the lunchbox as soon as you get to Harold's house.
Thank you, Maria. This is perfect. I'll make him a cake this weekend. Then
he really seemed to enjoy the one I made him tonight, didn't he? I think so. He devoured it and couldn't stop talking about how good it was. Little does he know, you made it. You can pop that little surprise on him when you give him the next one you make.
Of course. Thank you for sharing the recipe with me.
You're welcome. I love sharing my cooking knowledge with others.
Right. Here.
Shoes? Harold handed you a pair of dress shoes and a pair of socks.
See if these fit you. If they're a little big, those socks will thicken. Should make you make up for it. I overheard you say you only have tennis shoes, and that just won't work. You ain't gonna dress up all nice and have the shoes to match.
Ah, what a perfect idea, Harold. I mean, not Harold, Richard. How nice, how sweet of you.
Yeah. I just can't stand seeing something like that. Trying on. Your feet don't look too different from mine.
After a quick test, you found that the shoes fit just fine with the shoes. They are a nice, perfect fit. You really don't mind if I borrow them for tomorrow?
Of course not. I would have brought them if I wasn't okay with it.
Thanks, Richard.
Don't sweat it. You two, be sure to have a good time. Just be sure to let me know how when you guys stop by, so I can see how snazzy you two look.
Well, it looks like you have all you need, so you two get going. Harold is waiting for you.
Yeah, it's time.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Richard had a pair of nice shoes for me to borrow, since I only had tennis shoes.
That's real nice of him. Do you have anything you need then?
Yeah, I do. We can head off now. You two have a good night and a safe drive home.
Thank you for having me over for dinner, Maria. It's always a pleasure.
Anytime, Harold. I'm happy to have you here with us. We'll see you, sometime tomorrow, Maria. Of course. I'll see you both tomorrow. Have a good night.
Good night, and thanks again.
Goodbyes were said, hugs were given, and you left for Harold's home right after.
I'll take your clothes for tomorrow and hang them up in the closet of mine. Then I'm going to shower. You can use the guest bathroom and clean up too. Once I'm done, I'll see about finding my L&L stuff.
Sure thing. You handed over your nice clothes, and he disappeared off to his bedroom. And now that he's gone, let me put this stuff in the kitchen and then go shower. Okay. Once you were clean, you made yourself comfortable in the living room with Harold while waiting for Harold. Okay.
Much better. I was feeling a bit self-conscious sitting around with Maria without having showered after practice. I didn't expect us to be there that long.
Looking good, Papa Bear.
I thought you'd approve.
I didn't expect us to be there that long either, but it was nice, wasn't it?
It was. I'm going to leave you alone for a little while longer. I'm pretty sure I know exactly where my box is in the attic, so I shouldn't be gone too long.
No worries. I'll just watch TV while I wait. Another 30 minutes went by before you were joined once again by the bear.
Okay, so it took me a little longer than intended. It wasn't where I thought it was, but I did find it.
Yeah, let's see what you've got then. Harold sat down beside you and placed a dusty box on the table in front of you.
It's been a long time since I've seen this stuff.
He opened the box, and his face just lit up as he started pulling things out.
Oh man, it's been so long. Where to even begin? Look.
He pulls out a royal purple velvet bag, and then poured out a handful of matching dice.
I made this bag, and it was perfect for my dice. They all match. We have a D6, D4, D2, D6. My numbers. A D8, D10, D12, and a D20. This is a pretty standard set. But I even have a D50 and a D100 for other things.
No, just give me like 10 D6s. I'm fine. That's all I need. Actually, not anymore. I probably need more. Oh, I have to use so many dice when I play Vanguard, guys. There's so much power modulation in that game. I never like when people use like the 8 or 10-sided dice in Vanguard. Sometimes people do that to be like, oh, look, I'm really giving the proper numbers. And I'm like, nah, just use a D6. Every pip stands for 5K. Like, come on. You made the bag yourself?
Yeah, I liked doing stuff like that. I made all sorts of things, and I still have some of the stuff in here. See?
From the box, he pulls out a couple of small buildings and several other items.
I would use paper mache and cardboard to make props for the campaigns. It was so much fun to do. I was a dungeon master for a while, and I would build all the scenes for my party to explore. They always seem to love that.
These look real neat, Harold. Is this all you have left?
I ended up giving a lot of my stuff to the group, so they could keep using it after I left. I really miss doing this.
Well, if things go good Sunday, maybe we can get back into it.
You think so? It's been so long since I've done it. I think I'd be a little rusty.
I bet once you get started, it would all come back to you. He rolled one of the buildings around and carefully in his paws, looking over all the details he had painted on it. He seemed like he was lost in thought.
Maybe I will.
You leaned over against him and ran your hand over his knee. Come on, show me what else you have in the box now. I want to see more.
Sure. Here, check this out.
He pulled out a miniature figure from the box and handed it to you. You looked closely at the intricate details that had been painted onto it. Impressed just to see how fine they were.
This is a wizard character I played as. His name was Ragnar, and he proved to be quite useful in many fights. I actually got him to max level and was able to summon powerful firestorms in battle. I would just rain destruction all over the place. I got a little carried away sometimes, though. I injured my allies, and I even leveled a small village once. I spent a lot of gold making up for that one.
You destroyed a whole village?
I rolled a nat 20 and made a massive storm that ended up losing control. Losing control of. Nobody died, thankfully, but man, the villagers were pissed with me.
What's a nat 20? Oh my god.
It's a natural 20, which means I rolled the d20 and got a 20 on it, making it an automatic crit.
Ah, cool. It sounds like you were a badass then, if something like that were able to destroy a village.
I was. Nobody could match me in damage, and I had a lot of utility to offer, too. This character was so epic.
Harold. The kids don't say that anymore. I hope.
And then we have this guy.
For the next little while, Harold continued telling you stories of his characters and their exploits from games of the past. He was full of excitement, and he moved from one character to the next. It was a side of him that you had not seen before.
And this one time oh man, I can't breathe. Give me a moment.
Calm down. Take some deep breaths, then continue. You've been giggling like a fool since the last story.
It's just so hilarious. He rolled a 1 and the DM all snored. Oh wait, DM all was, you trip while rushing in. Roll for a dexterity check. All of his points were in strength and charisma, so he had this really buff, handsome human, and he had a -1 in his dexterity, and was dumb as a bag of rocks. He rolled another 1, so the DM made him land on his sword, impaling himself, and that's how our level 1 warrior died while entering our first battle. It was so funny. He tried to be mad, but he just couldn't be.
Was he just out of the game at that point? Harold rubbed his paw against his eyes and shook his head.
Nah, he just rolled another warrior sheet, and we picked him up after the fight was done. He learned not to dump all his points into just a couple stats. He was a bard who even wrote a poem about it, and it would give everyone a boost to dexterity checks, even when he sang. I still remember it too. Ahem.
He raises one hand with the one hand with the other hand placed against his chest, and he sang the lyrics in a deep voice.
Quick to battle, fly with haste. Our warrior's life was full of waste. Bald and handsome, but dim of wit, he charged head first, though we said sit. A tiny pebble of perhaps a stick.
No, excuse me.
He tripped and fell, his demise was quick. Upon his sword he impaled his gut, and so he died, our warrior rut.
That's really something the bard wrote.
Yes, the DM made him sing it every time we wanted to use it, and it was to the point the whole group would sing with him.
I could listen to you sing all day with that voice. I'd not mind hearing more of it. He grinned and bumped against you.
I do have a nice baritone voice for singing, right?
Sir. Sir. Sorry, I'm gonna take a drink real quick. Okay. And, where's my thing? Huh, clever. I'll have to, you'll have to treat me more to it You'll have to treat me to more sometime. It certainly sounds like some of the encounters were a lot of fun, though.
The game wasn't too serious, as you can tell. We couldn't, unlock someone's door one time. And we just, knocked it down, so I set the house on fire. We couldn't just knock it down, so we set the house on fire to bring the people we wanted outside.
It sounds like you were a bit of a pyromaniac with some of your characters.
Fire solves a lot of problems.
He put an arm over your shoulder and pulled you against him.
I hope you have fun playing on Sunday. It would really be nice to have a consistent group again.
I think I'll have a good time. It seems like it will be a lot of fun.
It is. You can let your imagination go wild, and if you have a good DM, it's even more fun. Chester talked like,
yeah, Chester talked.
Yeah, like he, knew, what he was doing, and I hope he isn't one of those super strict DMs.
I'm sure he's a chill DM. With a heavy yawn, he leaned his head against yours.
Well, I'm really glad you're here with me tonight. Reminiscing has been a lot of fun. Not to mention, my bed has felt really empty lately, so it'll be nice to sleep next to you.
You want me to sleep with you this time?
No, yeah, I mean, if you're okay with that, I'd like you to sleep in there. If you're not ready for that, you can sleep on the couch again.
You did sleep in my bed with me last night, so... I don't have a problem sleeping in the same bed as you. We'll actually have enough room, and I might not end up on the floor this time.
Oh, I'm really sorry I pushed you off the bed. I didn't mean to.
Are you sure? I figured you just wanted the whole bed to yourself.
No, that's not it at all. It was much nicer having you with me.
I'm just teasing you, Papa Bear.
And speaking of bed, I'm really tired. I'm looking forward to sleeping in tomorrow.
You ready for bed then?
Are you?
I'm sure I won't have any trouble falling asleep.
Let's brush our teeth and move to the bedroom. Then, shall we?
Okay. Bear. After a stop by the bathroom, you found yourself on the bed under the blankets, lying on your back as you waited for Harold to join you. Man, this bed is so comfortable. It would be nice to sleep on this every night. Maybe one day.
You look like you're set.
I am, so maybe, so join me whenever you're ready.
No, here I come then.
The bed shifted and rocked around as he sat down and rolled in next to you. It took him a moment before he was settled, and you glanced over to see him staring at the ceiling with his hands folded over his stomach.
I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
I am too. I get to spend all day with you.
Well, the early day, might be kind of boring. We'll leave around 4 to see Maria, head to our reservation for dinner at 5, Then just walk to the theater after we eat for the show at 7.
That means we can just hang out for the morning and afternoon, right?
No, we can. I don't know what we'll do, but we'll figure something out.
You know, we cleaned up the swimming pool and we still haven't really used it. Maybe we can go for a swim.
That's not a bad idea, actually. We could have a really relaxing day. You didn't bring a swimsuit though, so I guess you'd have to go skinny dipping, right?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I just might.
He rolled onto his side, facing you.
I was wondering, do you have any particular way, any particular way you would like to sleep? Particularly sleep to my side, since it's the most comfortable for me.
Um, I sleep on my side. I like sleeping on my side too.
Would it be okay if I slept against you?
Of course it's okay. So get over here. You made yourself comfortable, and Harold moved closer to you. You had rolled over to your side, facing him, and you felt his stomach press into your back, and then a arm drape over your side.
This is good, right? You make a really perfect little spoon against me.
Very much so. You're so soft and warm, and I feel really comfortable against you.
Huh, good.
You felt him kiss the back of your head and nuzzle against you before resting his snout against you. With his hand over your on your stomach, you grabbed his paw and held it close to you. Sweet dreams, Harold. Love you.
Yeah, I love you.
He snuggled you close one final time and then relaxed. It was only a matter of time before, a matter of minutes before he was out cold, snoring loudly beside you. This man really brings a new meaning to sawing logs. I'm glad he can go to sleep so easily, and I can only hope I'll be as lucky. All right. Well, I'll end the part here, everyone. So I'll see you around.